Hi, I'm Danny with BuyRadarDetectors.com. I'm here today with Bob from Vail Corporation. Bob is the president and head of product development with Vail. His product, Vail G5, is the perfect complement to a radar detector. It works by effectively reducing the targeting range of police laser guns, giving you more time to react to a radar detector laser warning. In this video, we're going to look at license plate covers as a way to apply Vail. Vail, instead of being applied directly to a license plate, it is more beneficial to go with a license plate cover. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think when you apply Vail, you'll find that the overall application is lighter and even more effective.
Okay. So. And you can use a clear license plate cover or something that may be available at an AutoZone or a Walmart
for
$3 or $4. And that's going to work just great, I imagine, and give you perfect coverage with the laser Vail. But here in this video, we're going to look at some of the other products that are available from OnTrack that add some photo defense as well.
Right, exactly.
And we have a few options. First is the blur, which is our most popular plate cover. The blur is not as noticeable. With all of these plate cover options, it's sort of a trade-off between plate visibility and I don't know, noticeability by law enforcement, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Or effectiveness versus, being, how should I say, less discreet or more conspicuous.
Exactly. You could paint this entire thing black. It would be 100% effective against photo cameras, but it's going to be very noticeable by any police officer that might get behind you.
Yes, right, sure.
So the blur is, I would say, the least noticeable that you have something obscuring your plate numbers. Mm-hmm. But it's also pretty effective, and it takes, because it's an acrylic cover, it takes a Vail application fairly well. This is a application that I did in a previous video of Vail to the blur, and I think it turned out pretty well. Now, I've removed half of it so you can see the difference of what happened once we applied Vail.
Right.
Now, also, stepping it up, we have the Super Protector, which is a little more noticeable. Mm-hmm. Actually, this is there's a sort of a prism in this that is split, and one half of your plate is always going to be visible, the other half will be obscured, is kind of how this one works. And it works from all angles, even high and low. Now, this is more noticeable than the blur, but more effective than the blur. Mm-hmm. Another option is the laser shield. Now, this one I don't really recommend so much because if you're applying Vail, you're already getting laser protection with the Vail. So my preference would be to go with a plate cover that protects against photo cameras as well. But it may also be kind of dark applying Vail directly to a laser shield.
Well, if I can comment on some of these things.
Sure.
Because I actually had, and I appreciate what you're saying there with respect to some of these photo enforcement things, but I have a lot of experience with laser shield over the years, and the thing I like about the laser shield is that it diffuses here. Okay, unlike these, which do prismatically make adjustments, basically. This is just the diffuser. So when you look at it, light, you can put it up. I don't know if you can see this well. And it doesn't really change, when you go to the angles like a Super Protector would, or a Toll Protector, or any of these other cameras. But this was in the context of what it was designed to do, which is strictly be for police LiDAR. Mm-hmm. And, we tried this. The original thought was when this product was used alone, and when you get this product alone and you put it on your plate, it's not going to be effective, really, to reduce your visibility of the police laser. And it's not because of the plate. It's because the headlights are going to be reflecting. So when you get a laser shield, you should always augment with Vail, because you get the Vail on the headlights and the fog lights, and then the laser shield does its job on the license plate. Yeah.
So you wouldn't even, if you purchase this product, you would not even apply Vail to this product. You would use this product and apply Vail to the headlights.
Right. Well, we actually found that you could take a very light application of Vail on here, and you can get the best of both worlds, because Vail actually absorbs the police laser and the IR, and this is diffusing light. Now this is especially good that does that what Vail doesn't do, especially directly on a plate, is that the new retroreflective plates magnify the light substantially, and they're designed specifically to reflect IR, particularly. So the nice thing about the laser shield is, I believe, you put it against your plate and you see how it diffuses it. So all those diamond-like little reflector prisms on the plate are going to be eliminated with this, because it does that. And that works both in the visible and in the IR, because this is just a diffusing material, no absorption here. So putting a little bit of Vail on here, you only need very little, and you can really do substantially better than this alone. And again, if you use the laser shield at all, you should definitely be using Vail on the headlights and fog lights. Otherwise, that's going to be the primary reflective sources, and that's going to give you your reading. So getting all those together as a passive solution. So I'm still partial to this. I think it's a nice little product. And what is it, about less than $20?
Yeah, $19.95.
Right, and if you get both, you have the front and a rear plate. That's what you would do.
And we actually have a package on our website at bioradardetectors.com where you can purchase Vail along with the laser shield in a combo and save a few bucks.
That's nice, and that's a good thing. Now,
what do you think about the photo covers? Do you have any experience with those? Or
I have a little bit. I actually haven't gone through a how should I say, traffic enforcement
end-to-end test.
No, I haven't actually had a real world. I had some experience with Vail only on a license plate, and it was a good experience in Maryland. Went through a Polyscan, which is a Vitronic scanning laser, and it uses photo enforcement, IR photo enforcement at night, and I was speeding in the construction zone. I never got a ticket, so I believe it was operating because my Valentine went off and it was functioning. I just stumbled upon it, and there it is. But no ticket ever made it to me, so I'm only taking that as probably a good thing. The thing with Vail, though, I got to be clear, is that Vail is really only in the IR, and as you can see, you can still see these in the visible spectrum. It looks like a tinted, what do you call it?
Sure, it looks like a smoke plate cover.
Right, like a smoke plate cover, exactly. But it still is in the visible. So some of these photo enforcement systems work either in the visible or the IR. So the laser shield would be good for the IR only, but it would do nothing for anything with visible, because you'd still be able to read the plate, even though it's a little darker smoke.
Sure.
And this is where these plates come in. Now, the nice thing with G5 in particular is we're optically compatible with these prismatic effects. The older versions of like G2, older version of Vail, if you applied it, it actually interfered optically with the refractive mechanisms of it, and it made the thing completely, you couldn't see through it. It was always like on an angle. So now with Vail, you can put that on, and now you get the benefit of both the visible protection, but then also you can get the enhancement of the IR as well. So the idea being is you can protect yourself both in the visible and the IR with these plates.
So not only is Vail going to protect you against laser in this case, if you're buying one of these plate covers, you obviously want protection against photo cameras.
Sure.
And Vail is going to even add to that.
Exactly. And I think OnTrack makes an IR designed specifically, but what that does is it creates a mirror in that frequency range or in that wavelength range, which can actually hurt you in police laser, because it's like a mirror, where Vail is going to absorb. This prismatically affects it. So I think this is good. I have a super protector here somewhere, which is even more aggressive, and I don't think you need to really go this way, but and this is with a little bit of Vail. I coated on both sides here so you could see, what it looks like. Roast is the same kind of smoke that you did, if you see what I'm saying here.
I do, yeah.
And the super protector is more aggressive. This actually, is a toll protector. And that's designed for even making obscured readings from lower, even less cosine angles,
where
for
you
like
could
toll
see a
evasion.
toll booth, yeah.
Like, easy pass and things like that. And look, I'm not a proponent of flagrantly blowing through. But New Jersey, a lot of people do that. They blow through those easy pass lanes and they lose millions of dollars apparently.
Wow.
So, but be that as it may. But either way, you can use G5 on any of these plate covers. The super protector, the toll protector, the regular protector, the laser shield, even the IR one. I think you could do both. And then you have your photo blur. So again, it's using multiple layers of defense, in this case just with the license plate, to get both your protection from police laser,
right,
and photo enforcement. as well together, all in one. So I like the pairing.
That's fantastic information, Bob. Do you have anything else you want to add on the photo covers?
No, well, I can just talk a little bit about the technology briefly.
Sure.
Automatic license plate recognition systems. This is really, we're getting into a period of not even traffic enforcement anymore. We're getting into serious invasions of privacy and questions of liberty, in my opinion, encroachment on liberty. What these systems are being used for now are people going to political conventions, gun shows, anything like that, and the police can go and travel back and forth and scan every license plate and track.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about
Very
tracking
disturbing.
systems that are license plate based.
Right, and some of these
and
systems,
you're
the
right.
MPH 900 from LSAG, I think is the name, they scan 900 plates. MPH 900 can scan 900 plates per minute.
Wow.
Automatically, and then they run the database across multiple, they do a search on multiple databases, and it's not now looking for scoff, parking or outstanding warrants for traffic, but now they're looking into tax records, alimony type things, many things unrelated to traffic enforcement. And now we're really getting into privacy issues, I think, and police shouldn't be,
Now, the systems that you talk about, are those using IR cameras or are they
Yes,
using
they
more
are.
traditional? Okay.
And primarily in the States, they're using, I think, 850 nanometers. Now, good thing about Vail, and I'm glad you brought that up, Vail is a broadband absorber. So police laser, we never really got into this technically, but police laser works at 904 nanometers, which is a particular wavelength of near infrared, yeah. But their infrared is, a wider wavelength than just 904, 905. So there's 850. There's 820, 870, 950, and in different countries and different systems, they have different wavelengths.
Sure.
And Vail is designed to work across a broad spectrum of those, so you get them all effectively.
So if you're worried about being tracked with this license plate technology, Vail is the perfect product.
I think, especially in putting
protect
these
against
together. Somebody who lives in Washington D.C. recently told me, it was about a year ago, that you can't drive into the city or the District of Washington, D.C., without District of Columbia, without them knowing and tracking you, who's coming in and out of the city. So, to me, it's a very disturbing trend, and they call it force multiplication, force multiplier. That these things automatically run in the cars, and they're just always running, and they flag something that'll alert the officer, and they could potentially pull you over real time, and you could be law-abiding, doing everything, and yet they're getting into your. The other thing you should consider about these things is these computer systems have access to all of these databases. And what do you think about the security? With everything that's being hacked. You remember, like Sony, and I think even like the State Department. You hear about these.
Seems like every day there's another
Exactly.
this
Home
big
Depot,
company has
Target.
been hacked story. Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of these are foreign governments, as a matter of fact. Quite honestly, not to it gets to be very concerning. And a computer system that can query all of these databases nationally based on somebody's vehicle registration, to me, opens up a huge security hole for somebody who can violate that and query all kinds of personal information. So, again, I think we've certainly crossed the line with this automated enforcement. And to me, it feels very Orwellian. I don't even think he could have imagined the level of
Well, fortunately, it
invasion of
seems like
privacy.
something that is making the news more and more, and I think more people are being concerned about this type of thing. So,
Yeah, indeed. In fact, I was just came back from Florida, and Kissimmee, which not Kissimmee, that was a joke from earlier, but another town called Okeechobee, which is, if you know where that is, the big lake of Okeechobee,
Sure.
south. They are one of the first cities in the country to test these automatic license plate recognition systems in the city, and they're driving around with the police on the police cars. And you can tell these because if you've ever seen them, the police cars on the trunks will have like these camera systems. They're putting them now on the light bars, these camera systems. In Pennsylvania, they have them going out this way looking at the lights. They also put them on fixed systems. So when you're driving, they can begin to track your patterns of where you travel to. So very,
The
very
technology's certainly there.
very troubling. So until these things get worked out, they may get challenged in courts of laws. Hopefully they will, and some of the stuff will be reined back. But in the meantime, I think it's good that you always have countermeasures to this and give a little bit of additional protection. And I think these plate covers, particularly these plate covers with Vail, are an inexpensive approach to helping ensure, your privacy, protecting it, for even law-abiding citizens.
I agree. And thank you very much, Bob, for sharing your feedback on this.
My
We
pleasure.
definitely appreciate you joining us today. If you have any questions about these products, you want to pick up some Vail or OnTrack license plate covers, please check our website at buyradardetectors.com. If you like this video and want to see others like it, check our YouTube channel at youtube.com/buyradardetectors. For Bob with Vail Corporation, I am Danny from buyradardetectors.com, and thanks for watching.